Alright, this tournament is starting. How does this work? Well, it's Fischer Random, so that back row of pieces will be randomized. There are some rules with how they are organized exactly on the back rank. It's been a while since I played in a Fischer Random tournament. I will be playing how many rounds? Probably 5, right? 5-round tournament. Fischer Random. Okay, 3-minute chess. And wow, this is very close to being similar to a regular position. The knights are at their same home. My opponent wants a draw. No way. I'm here to play. I'm here to play. I want to get this in. This is regular chess. I can get all my pieces out. I'm gonna go 1 square here. Alright, b4, b5. Push that knight around. Get out of there. Get out of there. My bishop needs to move, and my queen needs to move in order to get castled. Opposite their king. Maybe one day there'll be a tactic. Very long castling. Pawn push, I'm assuming. A4, I'll just keep throwing my pawns down, see if they could induce some weaknesses. A little pawn staircase here. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, let's retreat. You know what piece could do better? My dark square bishop. He's a big dummy. Let's get opposite their queen. Probably a bit scared seeing that. See, they were. Alright, I need to trade a little bit. My bishop, not trade, but my bishop still needs some more work. Alright, he's working. This is something I have to be a little bit concerned about. More pressure could be placed on it. Alright, let's get this in. No, I'm dropping material now. Maybe there's some tricks, though. Might be some tricks. With, alright, let's take here. Tempo, my knight wants to be where? Let's take like this. Pawn takes. Oh, okay. Here, I finally have a plan. Without any captures on the board, it was tough to come up with something great. And why wasn't I seeing that there might be some sacrifice here? I should have been considering that, like, yesterday. Bishop checks. Okay, my knight wants to get here. I want to get rid of their dark square bishops and jump in. Actually, knight here right away might even be best. The queen is kind of stuck. No. No. Let's take that. Knight here, if there's a pawn push. I don't want to take, because, well, maybe I could consider that. I like my knight. Let's get off of the same diagonal as that bishop. This is a very slow game. Tricky stuff against my queen. The knight was ready to move and give check. I need to defend my queen. I'll go for the exchange and then advance. I get some play. If this pawn pushes, now my knight wants to be here. Right here. Okay. Big decision. I don't want to lock everything up. I want to get play on the queen side somehow. My knight belongs here. I think I want to get rid of him as soon as possible. My knight belongs here. Back rank issues there might be for my opponent. Come on, move. Very tight game right now. So much for the good knight versus bad bishop. If my opponent takes here, whichever way, I have to recapture. But I guess now I have, if there is an advantage, I have it in the form of what? I have it in the form of king safety, and now I could actually hit at this b2 point. So this pawn is actually playing a role. I have my back rank, okay. And let's give a check. If they take, now this is going to be winning. So I get to pin, and then finally escort my pawn there to b8. Alright, they resign. This is not a war zone. So we have to wait to see how everything else happened in that first round. This is 5 rounds. 6 players, so that is 5 rounds. And there are some other players going at it. These guys. These two I will be playing against. And 2 others. Black way down on time, and okay, I was thinking that was mate, but black had check. 11 seconds. 11 seconds. Well, 8 seconds for black. Down now on time and position. Get the king to c3, pick up the pawn, run. Okay. Up a ton of material. Keep pushing. Sneak in, pick your favorite way to do it. 0.5 seconds, the game is just not going to end. White won that game. Okay. And this game is over as well. Alright, so round 2 coming up. Here we go. Whoa, what do we do with this? This pawn is hit. Let's stop that. What's unprotected? That was unprotected. Okay, my knight belongs here. This pawn I want to get moving. Now let's do this first. Get some control over the center. And bishop here if pawn push. I want my bishop to not get shut out of the game. Maybe there's some tactics against the queen. If pawn takes or push. Oh, I was going to blunder my bishop just then. Let's come back right here. Stay developed. There still might be some trick with pawn push and the knight moving. Maybe I should address that with this move. This is a very weird position already. Okay, now there's finally some clarification in the center. So I'm going to jump in here and follow suit with this knight. And I want to show that he's a bad bishop. No, he'll spring to life. So I could focus on the e4 square. That much I'm aware of. And now I could maybe invade along the light squares. There is no castling now for my opponent. I want to get on light squares. Whoa. Let's take here, have this half opened. Get my knight on this square. I need to get castled kingside or queenside. I'm thinking kingside. Get here with tempo. Thinking about b5, I'm thinking about maybe first d6 and then b5. Now I'm much more inclined to do this move. Yeah, let's do that right now, as otherwise maybe there's a push and the knight could take up a post on c6. Let's go in here with tempo. Actually, now let's strike here, right now. There is no pawn push successfully. Actually, this pawn is pinned. As soon as white castled, this pawn is immobile from capturing in this direction or moving forward. I don't know that there's a good way to meet this threat. So I'm not castled just yet, but I want to exploit this pin. Now there's 2 pins. There is no recapture. This knight has to find a new home. And I'm just winning a piece now. I'm winning a piece, and I'm going to... Whoa! I'm going to almost lose my queen. No. Let's just play here. My opponent recaptures, and then I castle. That's the plan. So, I'm up a piece. I just want to trade. Let's just trade. Let's just trade. No, if I captured those 2 pawns right there are too much. I don't want to allow that. Okay, now I have control on this file. I don't think it really matters how I recapture if there's this capture. I'll probably go like this so I don't have to babysit a pawn on d5. Less than 45 seconds. I actually have a time edge. Let's watch over light squares so the queen isn't going to do anything. My bishop could do something much better. Much better. Their bishop is actually stuck. I'm going to try and keep him stuck. There's no way for their bishop to get active, except that way. My king needs to do something. He needs to do something. Actually, what's stopping me from going after this pawn? Let's take him, and then get right back here. This is kind of tricky to win. Kind of tricky. Now it's not, though. Their bishop is kind of stuck. Kind of stuck. Okay, now my knight. Cleanest way to do it, I believe, is in this direction. Stop this advance and you stop everything that white could possibly do. There, he's not going anywhere. Everything else is immobile. And these pawns just drop off one by one. Just watch out for stalemate. It's not going to happen, though. I don't think. No stalemate. There we go. All right. GG. That's round 2 of Fischer Random, Chess 960. Let's close out and see what's going on elsewhere. Still these two guys here. Oh, these two games, excuse me. Actually, I didn't look at the standings. I'll have to maybe look right after this game. How's white doing? White seems to be... Oh, what an interesting endgame here. Very interesting endgame. If rook takes... king here, I think white is actually... These pawns are far enough advanced where white could have captured the rook and then escorted those connected past central pawns. Still a very close battle, though. This pawn is passed. Doesn't get much tighter there with the clocks. Pawn push. If there's a check, you block. Right here, this passed B pawn is dangerous. Rook takes pawn. Oh, that was missed. King here. Rook takes pawn. Rook takes pawn. It's the only try. Rook takes pawn. Whoa, what a resource. Very good move to be seeing with very little time on the board. And this is... Oh, that's helping the black king out. King needs to get closer, but it's not so easy to do that. This is going to come down to the clock. Who can move their mouse quicker? Less than 7 seconds each. Time burner time. Who cares about position? You have to throw in checks. 2 seconds for black. Oh, it's not working out for black. No time. White wins. Oh, man. Oh, it's a tough game. Okay, they're all finished. What are the standings? Okay, I can't look at them now. Okay, what do we do in this position? Let's start out with this. I usually invest so much more time in the beginning, but I don't want to this time. I want to... let's get all my pieces out here. All my pieces out. Let's keep it closed. Okay, this is a good spot for my knight, I think. Actually, he's going to jump in here. It's a little bit. Now he's not. Let's stop this advance. Oh my goodness! I thought that was close to me. I thought I might be needing to block with my queen. Fortunately, my knight was on e1. Oh, that could have been bad. That could have been bad. I was thinking for a second about playing g4. But I think simply castling and then playing f4, f5 is going to be my plan. This is my furthest advanced pawn, so I want to get another one up right next to him. Cubit-sized. Castle. Okay, I have to watch out for a fork. I'm going to defend like this, because knight here to here is going to come, and I was going to play to d2, but knight a3 to c4 would then come with tempo with my queen on d2. So I can't really stop the knight from getting here. I do have this... I want to get my king off of this diagonal for sure. But this is a big weakness. Big weakness. Now I could actually regroup all right. Oh my goodness, I dropped that pawn. Okay, hang on. Take with my queen. He was a dead piece anyway, wasn't he? Who needed that pawn on c? He was backward as they come. Right? Who needs that c pawn? He wasn't playing a c4. I didn't even need to defend that pawn. Didn't I see my knight was here? Let's get f4, f5 in. I have enough support for this still. Gotta go forward with it. Okay, now there's a serious, serious problem against that black king. f6. I insist. Double up on the f-file. Get my knight on h5. Remove him, and I think the game is over. Can I remove him? f6, I guess. f6, maybe I do this. Let's get all my pieces working. Bishop here to here. Bishop here, bishop h6. Bishop h6, there might be knight check, and then queen recaptures, but no, there would be pawn takes. The pawn would be in my rook, and if I took, the bishop could recapture. Let's come over here, though. What's wrong with piling up on h7? Change of plans. Rook here, and then eventual sack. Pawn push, I take a couple times. Rook up and over. Seems very appealing. Very appealing. Oh, actually, I'm very tempted to do that. Let's go for it. Hang on, there might be something better. Yes. This move right here. Yeah, I like this move right here. Just attack the pinned piece, and now knight here to here, I think. Because otherwise there's going to be mate happening soon. Oh, they gave that up. Okay. This is still hit, though. And now... put pressure on this. I want to get my bishop right here. It's not so easy, though. The rook is going to come over. My knight is way out of play. If I take this pawn, this knight has some trouble. There's queen check here as well. Oh, this would work, actually. Queen check... Let's take here first, 28 seconds. Queen check, no, just knight here. Attack the pinned piece. If rook here, I would have queen check, and then knight takes pawn, which would be mate. So if rook played there earlier, queen f5, the rook would have to block, then I take the rook, pawn recaptures, then I take the knight on e6. This king is now running for his life, and that's actually mate. All right, good game. Let's close out of that. Round 3 is finished, and scoreboard. I have 2 out of my first 2, and let's see the other games that are going on with round 3. Whoa, serious time advantage for white. Interesting position for black, though. Rook check. Rook check, king here. Rook check, king here. Oh, this pawn is just dropping. There's no time now. This guy flies. I'm pretty sure I've played him before, and... Oh, yeah, I have lost against him, I think, in these 960 games. I might be playing him next round or the last. We're going to see. 33 seconds to 6 seconds. Whoa. Black could win this. Black could definitely win this. Black is going to get another queen. No time is even coming off the clock. Whoa. Watch out for stalemate. 2.8 seconds. It's mate. Black actually won that. Whoa. What a comeback. Nice. Okay, all games are complete. All games are complete. Here we go. This guy apparently moves fast. Already moved. He moves fast. Okay, so let me try and move fast as well. This is going to be tough to organize our pieces. It's going to be tough to organize our pieces. I want my knight on f3. Alright, let's get him there. If I do this, there's pawn push. My queen. How do I get my queen working? Let's do this. Let's grab some space. Which direction do I want to castle? I don't even know. I think he could be very cramping. Actually, knight here is so dangerous. My queen has to watch over the f2 square. Not fun at all. I need to get rid of this knight as soon as possible. He's having none of it. None of it. Let's post up here so then I could do this and then this. That's my plan. Whoa, did they try to castle? Oh no, I was threatening something dangerous. I should have connected my knight sooner. Okay, this bishop is a monster. My knight wants to be here with check. It's close to mate or something. Very close to mate. Knight checks here. Just drop all the way back. All the way back. Pawn push here. I need to castle. I need to castle here. Knight check is there. They have to be really scared. Let's open stuff up. Their queen is caught in the corner. I'm gonna move my bishop and they get castled. Where does he belong? Give a knight check. Do I even want to castle in that direction? I could go kingside. Let's work on this side of the board. Their queen is stuck. Now she's being rescued. Let's watch over these central squares. Pawn push, I have knight here. I think this works, because I have enough to attack on this square now. I'm on this as well. After some... If knight takes, take with the pawn? No, the bishop. It's with check. They're probably going to sack. Rook takes. Do you take the knight? No. Ah, now I do. Just up a piece. And play queen g7 next. Or this. I'm okay with trades. Pawn advance. My bishop cannot be touched. Yeah, let's just open this up. If they're going to sack, now they're going to be down a full rook. Actually, I could have this move as well. Getting more material. More material. It's close to mate. Very close to mate. Bishop is in trouble. Bishop moves its mate on c7. They resigned. Alright, good game. Last round coming up. Round 5. Last round here in this sit and go tournament. Let's see these guys. Let's see these guys. Alright. Fischer Random. It's been a long while since I played Fischer Random. It's a lot of fun. I think it helps out with your calculation skills. Forces you to think right from move one. There's none of this opening theory stuff. Throw out all of your opening theory books. Good position for this bishop. Not so great position for this knight. He's seen better days as well. Both knights not doing so much. The bishops are. He's very well placed. Black better make sure this f5 advance cannot be played successfully. Material count 3, 7 pawns versus 7. Okay, the queens are coming off. You control f5. How does white advance here? Something like a5, a4. This rook is going to get active. Oh, nice shot. Exploiting the pin on this queen. Now black is definitely the better side. This is a permanent home for the bishop. The knight probably should have taken and then pounced on this square. This bishop could turn out to simply be out of play. Unless a rook could somehow get to e7. 24 seconds for white to 39. Okay. I even like this. There we go. Knight coming in. Very strong now. Pawn pushes. Checks. More checks. Check here. King here. Pawn push. Pawn push with check. There we go. The bishop comes to life. Pawn, knight, bishop, and rook are all working. Bishop here. Oh, the tricky knight's there. Oh, it wasn't taken. Could have taken the knight first and then this. 11 seconds for white. Quite balanced here. Time-wise. Whoever's faster is going to win. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Black is not moving fast enough. Neither is white. He went to the corner. He went to the corner. 4 seconds. 2 seconds to 3. 1 second to 2. Time burners. Where are the time burners? They're flying. 1 second to 0.1. 1 second to 0. White wins. Oh, man. All right. All right. That's all the games. Okay, last round coming up. I'm trying to go 5 for 5. 5 for 5. Team Black. How do you deal with this arrangement? Okay, I think I want my queen to C, but not so fast. Let's get this working. I want to do similar. Get my bishop working. Oh man, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. You know why? You know why? How do you defend this pawn? Knight here. My opponent had the same thing. Knight here to here. Uh-oh. They could do the same thing. Our knights are going to go into Pac-Man mode. Gobble, gobble. Back here, gobble maybe. Knight g5. You can return the favor. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Yeah, I know. You're going after my queen. Smothered mate of the queen. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Alright, I'm going to take your queen. See how you like it. Okay, now I'm going to run away. This is a symmetrical position. But I have a lead in development, don't I? How did that happen? Oh no, they have this pawn here. That's kind of insignificant. My knight... This is like the in-betweener variation. This is the in-betweener variation, and now we see the difference between having a pawn here. Only at this point right here do we see the difference. I get to move again and capture. Whoa. How cool is this variation? Now I'll take here, and now we have this. Now, get your knight out. The in-betweener variation. Okay, this is the only open file. We need to get there. Let's get these guys going. King position. King position is where it's at. I was almost ready to blunder a pawn with e5. You've gone far enough, pawn. I don't want to deal with you getting to a5, and then I have to wonder. About, is the a file going to open up? Pawn push now allows this knight to play here. Nope. Maybe I could get this in. f5 and then this. Endgame position where I'm up a pawn. Okay. Let me make one more preventative move. I don't want this knight to play here. I want to be able to move my knight. But he needs to watch over this square. If I do this, takes, there is this knight check available, but I think I could just get out of the way. And then he has to move Hang on. Let's try it. Minute 23. Maybe I could take with the king. Avoid all that tricky stuff. Yeah, let's avoid the tricky stuff. The knight moves here. Because then there'd be king here, rook takes first. If I take with the knight plays to e5. If I take with the rook, the knight takes the pawn. And now I have a majority in the center. Let's get him rolling. Both of us do well to keep the tension with the rooks. This is the only completely open file, so maintaining control over it is number one. These knights offset each other when you focus on h4 and f4. Less than 55 for my opponent. He is passed, so I could play here with check. Let's sneak my king over a little bit more central. Pawn push going to be played to break up these guys. They're strong. They're strong when they sit side by side like this. This is a very good king position, and I need to get rid of it. I need to get rid of that king position very soon. Actually, the knight was ready to play here and then jump into this square because I was in a pin. 35 seconds. The idea here, I just want to give check to the king. As soon as I do that, I think white is going to be in some serious trouble. Knight here to here is the idea. Knight f5 or even actually g3, the more aggressive square. Less than 20 seconds. Knight f5 to e6. Okay, now I have an active rook versus their passive rook. Still want to do this. Knight here, I take the pawn with check and then the knight. Knight here, it's mate. That's a cool mate. Alright. Good games. Good games. Let's close out of that. There's some games still finishing up right now. Last game. The very last game. And that one is finished as well. Alright. Black ended up winning that one there. First place confetti in the cube, or excuse me, the crown stars. 5, 3, 3, 3, 1, 0. Alrighty. Good games all to those who jumped in this sit and go tournament.